The reason I get fly is I've been Jasper. I even keep your picture in my passport. Love, love. Wake up and...
Hi everyone, I'm Kevina, back with Passport Snob. Today I will talk about my Timbuk backpack that I took on a 9-day multi-city country tour. As I've started making more work trips, carry-on travel has become something that's spilled over into my personal life and has become a preference. Having the ability to not check a bag when possible was a game changer to me. I actually get upset when I have to check a bag because I know I now have to wait for the bag to come around versus I hop in my Uber or whoever's coming to pick me up and I get to start on my trip. So how did I get to using a backpack for a 9-day trip? I live in Houston, Texas, and I flew to Morocco last year. Morocco, there are nonstop flights from DC to Morocco, which is like 7.5 hours. It leaves at night, you arrive in the morning, perfect, right? However, on the return flight, that flight came in, I think about 6 o'clock, and then the last flight out to Houston that night had to be about 8 o'clock. So if anyone's done international travel before, you know you have to go through customs. That's just gonna add more time if you check a bag, because your luggage also has to deplane, go through customs, you pick that bag up, and then you move forward to check that bag again if you've checked a bag. So my preference was to do everything in a carry-on because I did not want to stay the night in DC. I was ready to get home, and I also didn't want to spend the extra money to stay overnight in a hotel to catch that first flight out to Houston that following morning. So I knew everything that I needed for 9 days would not fit into that standard carry-on that I normally travel with domestically. Because of how rigid it is. Backpacks are soft and they're stretchy, so I definitely knew that I could fit my in-flight essentials, my clothes, my shoes, have a little bit of room left over if I wanted to pick up any souvenirs or goodies. So backpack was my way to go. So it started me down a trail of research on the internet of best backpacks, what to consider when I'm looking for a backpack. Looking at airline regulations on what's the largest size backpack that I could get. Because if you've traveled before, I'm pretty sure you've seen someone with the backpack that they were planning to carry on that was larger than a suitcase. So that also was in my back pocket of, oh, well, if I have it on my back, they're not necessarily going to pay attention. Finding the right bag. Like I mentioned earlier, I immediately started with an internet search. That made me have to self-reflect and figure out what's more important and what am I going to take on the trip. So those are things that you'll have to consider if you're interested in kind of backpack travel. Is it important that I have a water bottle on the outside? Is it important that I have a computer compartment? Even though I started and kind of relied on internet research for a bag during the bachelorette party last year, one of the young ladies had a Timbuk backpack. So it gave me opportunity to kind of see how she had it packed, to see how much clothes she had, to put my hands on it, to feel the depth, the width, and kind of, picture in my mind what can fit in it. Now, what you've been waiting for, the review. Here is the Timbuk Wingman Travel Duffel Bag, first generation. It's a duffel bag that converts into a backpack. When it's in duffel mode, there is a removable strap. Here's your clip on both sides. When in backpack mode, your straps come out of the stowaway, which is pretty neat. So when you're in duffel, you put those away. You pull them out, you strap them at the hinges on the bottom. The bag does have 4 reinforced handles, one at the bottom, one on each side, as you see here, and one at the top. This will definitely comes in handy in case it has some weight to it. You can easily pick it up and get that grip that you need to lift this bag as necessary. This is sized for international carry-on. The volume of it is 40 liters. The width of it is 16 inches. The depth of it is about 8 inches. And when filled, the height of it can extend to about 21 inches. There are 4 outer compartments with outside of the main compartment being the inside. The larger of the outer compartments here, I saw online where it could fit a 17-inch laptop. I, however, would not put a laptop in here because only one side is padded. This opposite side, there is no padding unless you're relying on your clothes to be that protection for the other side of your laptop. There's a Velcro that covers 2 more compartments. Here, place an iPad or a book. Then here you can place your phone, you can place money, you can place your passport. At the bottom of the bag, you have this extra compartment where you could put shoes, you could put toiletries, something that's easy to access. You can put that here at the bottom of the bag. Let's get to the main compartment of the bag. Inside, there is another section that you could stow away some things. There are compression straps to clamp down your clothes. And here I just want to give you kind of an in-depth look of it. So of course that 4th outer compartment that I mentioned, it does take up some space inside of it, but I didn't find that to be a problem, as again, the material of the bag, it's soft, it's flexible, it's stretchy. So I was able to put things under here and plan to have this on top, or even mush it in depending on the type of material that you put in here and what you have packed inside of the bag. As I mentioned, I have the Gen 1. When I purchased this bag last year, I paid about $84. Currently, that bag is $70 on Amazon and $75 on the brand's website. So let's recap. Not having to check a bag frees you up a little bit, less stressful, gives you some time back. Once you arrive at your destination, there's no standing around waiting for your luggage to come around the carousel. There's not the anxiety of, oh, did my bag make it? Did they lose my bag? You have your bag with you. It's on your back. You are walking out of the door, starting your adventure, the whole reason why you're taking that trip. If minimizing wait time is a priority for you, if you're looking for something soft and stretchy that you could squeeze in an extra pair of pants or 2, instead of hassling with handles and wheels on your suitcase trying to get up on curves and ledges and into crooks and kind of cracks in the road and the sidewalk, with your backpack, none of that to worry. You do have the worry, I'll admit, maybe your strap's breaking, but that's where your research is important in understanding the quality of the backpack that you purchase. Then a backpack may be the option for you. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this or found the information useful, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for subsequent content. Look out for the next video to show you what and how I packed in my Timbuk bag for my 9-day Morocco trip.